In this tutorial, we will do this section right here, this category section. So let's get right into it. So under the home slider, we will do the categories. Let me make a comment so it's easier to find. Okay, great. So the first thing I'm going to do for this is I will take a container, and inside this container we will take a list view. Now if you don't know what list view is, search for Flutter list view. And read through the documentation from the official website. So you will learn a lot. There are many examples. Now I will show you how to use list view because I already know. So to use a list view, you can use list view builder. Sorry, you have to use child and then list view dot builder, and list view builder takes two parameters like this. One is context and another one is the index like this, and then a second bracket at the end. We are going to return the list children, meaning this is one children, this is another children. We will return the children in this second bracket right here. But before that, we have to do some configuration in the list view. So for example, we have to say our scroll direction. Our scroll direction is going to be horizontal, right? We can scroll horizontally this section. So it is going to be axis.horizontal like this. And then shrink reg to true, you have to set it to true, otherwise it will throw an error. Also the item count, how many items do you want in this list? For now I will just select maybe 7, right? And then in the item builder, for now I will just return a simple container. Make sure to put semicolon at the end when you are returning something. Now you have to say return, otherwise it won't work. You have to return the child. So in this container, we will have icon and then a text, right? So each child has icon and then a text. So this is a column, right? This is another column. In the column, we have one icon. For now, I will just select a dummy icon. And under that, we have a text. Now, if I hit save, this threw an error. If you look at this icon, it is paused. So if I want to see the error, I click on this tab and click on the errors, and the error says horizontal viewport was given unbounded height. So that means when we are using a horizontal list view, we have to give it a fixed height. So in this container, we can give it a height. I will give it 200 for now. And restart the project. And it is working. But you don't see the result much. That is because they are too close to each other. So what I can do, let me add a padding. to all sides. Now that looks a little better, but instead of using padding in all sides, maybe I will use it on the right side only. Right side 20, or maybe 30. Great, it is working. Okay, now on top of this we need some spacing because it is too close to the slider. So when you are using sized box, I didn't use sized box, if you remember, it was a container, but we only used height. So Flutter SDK automatically changed it to sized box, right? So in this case, if you want to use a margin, you cannot do that inside a sized box. So you have to change that to container again. And now I can use margin dot only top 30. Okay, now we have 30 spacing at the top. Now we have to download these icons and change the texts, right? Let us download it from Figma. We will download it as SVG. I will name it carrot. Carrot icon.svg. Now I have to move it to the SVG folder. If I want to use that icon right here, you already remember how to do that. It is throwing an error. The error says it is not a constant expression, so remove this simply. And the text is throwing error. That's because I forgot to put comma at the end. Now if I hit save, the icon shows nicely. Now there are some spacing that is needed between the icons and the text. I can use sized box here. Give it a height, maybe 10. Yeah. Okay, that looks way better, but it is repeating the same thing. That is because we are repeating the same container. Now, if I explain it to you how this is working, the list view builder, in the list view builder, we said the item count should be 7, right? So there are 7 elements right here. If you count them, there will be 7 elements. So in this, we are returning this container. In the container, we have an icon and a text, which is foods, right? So it is returning this container 7 times. And that's exactly why the output is showing us 7 foods, which is same. In real application, what we will do, we will make it dynamic. So the category name, the category icon, it will come from our database. And when it comes from our database, we will have different icon and different category name. Now, how to do that? You are really confused right now, which I understand, but I will show you in future when we fetch data from database, how we can make this section dynamic. I will show you in future. Okay. For now, if you still want to show a different category, we can do that. You have to download the icons. Let me show you. Download it as busy. I will download maybe few icons just to show you. Remove the previous icon. So this is gift icon .svg. This one is fashion icon. .svg. Yeah, I won't download anymore. I'm just showing you how we can still do that even when we are not fetching the data from database. So let us take a list right here under build. You cannot take the list inside the widgets, that doesn't work, but you can take the list in a function. It is a build, which is a function. So I can take a list right here. When we are doing things in cleaner way, we will have separate files for the logical codes. For now, you can just do it now since you are just starting with Flutter and you want to understand things as easily as possible, right? So you can take a list. I believe you know how list works. It is really basic programming. We can call this list category list. And right now it is empty. So we can take a map inside this list. Now I believe you already know how map works, which is also the basic in programming. Even if you don't know, that's still fine. You are going to see how it works. So how map works, you take a second bracket. Inside the second bracket, you take a key and then a value. So the key name, I will just call it name. You can call it anything you like, by the way. So this is the category name. So I call it name. And for the first one, the name was food. And I will take another key, which is called img location maybe. You can call it anything you like. And the img location for our first category was this. I will simply paste it here. So this is one item. By the way, this is how the data comes from database. So if you understand this, you will be easily understand how to fetch data and use data from database. So this is one data. So the first data is food and the image location is this. Similarly, we can have our second category. The second category name was gift. And the image location is similar to this, just the name will be changed. And we have downloaded another icon, which is the fashion icon. So we can duplicate this. The name was fashion. and the location is this. Okay, great. So we have our data in this list. We can simply use this list right now. So how we can use this? Our list name is category list. Don't forget that. So in the list view builder, while we are saying item count 7, we can say category list dot length, meaning what is the length of this category? How many items does it have? It has 3 items, right? This is one item, this is another item, and this is another item. So we have 3 items. It's like saying run the loop 3 times, right? Or run the loop, how many child do you have in this list? Run the loop that many times, okay? So it will run the loop 3 times because the category list has 3 items, right? And if I hit save right now, what will happen? It will show only 3 items, like I said. But it is still showing the same icon and same name. Why is that? Because we didn't make the location dynamic. How we can do that? We can say category list of I of name. So what is happening here? So when the loop is running, initially the loop will, the I value will be 0. So the index 0 for any list is the first item. So it will go to the first item, and inside that we have a map, and we want to get the value name, right? So it will go to the first item first of all, and then it will get the name of that item. So first of all it will get the name food, and for the second it will get the name gift, and then fashion. Similarly, sorry, not name, it is the image location that we need in SVG, right? So it will be IMG location. If you remember, we have a key called IMG location in the category list, this one, right? And for the text, we will have name. We will have the category name. It is throwing an error because we have to remove the const from here. Now if I hit save, it shows the data dynamically. Now if you don't understand what I just explained, please rewatch the video because it is important to understand this concept. Okay, I will see you in the next tutorial.